Welcome to Extension Connection on Supertalk 1270. Thoughtful information and discussion with experts from both Burleigh and Morton County Extension Service offices. Extension Connection provides advice on family nutrition, issues in agriculture, lawn and garden, community leadership, flood recovery, homeowner concerns, and so much more. Live from the Supertalk 1270 News Studio, this is Extension Connection.
Good morning and welcome to the Extension Connection. I'm Peggy Netzer, Family Nutrition Program Agent with the Burleigh County Extension Office. And it is 4-H Achievement Days this week in our office. So instead of another agent here, I have some of our community partners. So Jan Keller, who is a nutrition education extension agent, kind of like me, at United Tribes, and Katie Jonke, the dietitian at BisMarket Burleigh Public Health. So welcome, guys.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you.
So like I said, it's Achievement Days this week, and we on Monday had our small animal contest, which is like cats, dogs, rabbits, chickens, all those things. And then last night, we had our static achievement, which is all the non-animal things. So you both were there to judge, right?
Yes.
So what did you judge?
I judged baking and food in the junior category with the 8 to 12-year-olds.
All right.
And I did the same with the older teen category, 13 to 18.
Oh, how'd it go?
It was really good. It was nice to see a lot of the kids get excited about food and take pride in their projects.
Yeah, I judged do your own thing, which is kind of a fun catch-all category. So anything that doesn't fit into another category goes in do your own thing. And I've judged it before, which is pretty. It's a pretty interesting thing because you never know what you're going to see. You know, the kids, they see things and they think, oh, I'm going to make that for 4-H. And then it just doesn't really fit somewhere else, or they have too many things in a different category. And so they put it there. So, yeah, we have a lot of really cool stuff out there right now.
I was impressed yesterday with the teen category in the baking, with their goods that they brought. Just some different things that I hadn't seen before. Yeast-free bread, scones, gluten-free cookies, just different things that I think the food environment is really starting to come around to, and kids were making that. And it was really interesting to see what they learned from it and what they knew about it. Some of them I learned information from, so I thought that was good too.
Yeah. Did you guys give out any big prizes?
We did. We had a grand champion. It was, I'm just trying to think now. It was a gal who did an almond Scandinavian cake.
Wow.
I know. It was pretty impressive.
Was it delicious? Did you try it?
We didn't try it because it was too pretty. So
I had a grand with a apple pie braided bread.
Oh.
It was phenomenal. I did try it. And
you didn't care how pretty it was.
I took a little extra.
You messed it up anyway.
So that was very good. The process that was involved was like a 2-hour process, and I
Pretty
just thought
intense.
a lot of time went into it. She knew her stuff, so she did a really good job with that.
Yeah, it's amazing to me. Every single year, it's amazing to me the things that the kids bring. Because when I was 8, 12, 16, whatever, there's no way I was at home baking anything like that.
And the thing that I thought was
Fancy
really
bread.
neat was that a lot of the kids mentioned, you know, we'd ask them, did you have any help? A lot of the kids said, oh, my grandma helped me with this, or it was my grandma's recipe. And so it was nice to see that, you know, the generations coming together and that's something that's still highly regarded.
Yeah.
And I saw that too with the older kids, you know, a little bit more experience. So what did they learn from it? And a lot of them learned it in a foods class that they were taking in school. And so that was good to see that they are taking the things that they're learning in the school system and bringing it to extracurricular activities such as 4-H.
Yeah, and the thing with 4-H is it's really heavy on those life skill type things. And so anytime where they are using what they're learning in school and they're using it as an actual life skill, I think that's really good and something that we all obviously promote. Yeah. So today, the exhibits are available. So anybody can come on out and take a look at what the kids did. So they can't probably just start trying the food like like you guys did, because let's be honest, it's been in the building overnight and it's about 100 degrees in there, I would guess.
Food safety comes into play, definitely.
Yeah,
So
yeah, you don't want to try it the next
maybe
day.
write the recipe down and make it yourself.
Yeah, but they can take a look at the other stuff. We gave a Grand Champion Award in Do Your Own Thing for this little guy. He's I think he's 13, maybe 14, something like that. He cut down a tree in his yard. He said he had permission. Well, kind of. He said, my parents don't care. It was dead. We got a lot of trees. So he cut down a tree and he hollowed out the top of it, which he said was pretty hard because he had to like drill holes and then chisel it out, and put some succulents in there.
I saw that one. I thought
Yeah.
it was really neat. I kind of wanted to buy it.
Yeah. It's for sale, actually. I'll give you the information later. Because I asked him yesterday. I was like, how much you sell this thing for? So, yeah,
I think that's 4-H, right? Business,
yeah,
entrepreneurship?
Yeah, entrepreneurship. He could enter that in another category, actually. Yeah, he was pretty good about being able to tell you exactly what he did and where he got the idea and all of that. And we were very impressed.
Yeah, and that's another thing, too, that I also saw with a lot of the kids is that you could tell that they actually were the ones doing it. You know, it's not a lot of parents stepping in, doing things, taking the lead. It's the kids actually doing it. And you can tell when we're interviewing them that they are the ones truly doing it.
Yeah.
The food judge next to me was doing food preservation, and I got to catch some of her interview judging. And a lot of young kids working with the food preservation, which I thought was a good thing. And, you know, following the proper protocols for all that. But, you know, food preservation is something that typically you learn from your grandmas. And so I think, again, bringing that generation together. And they seem to know their stuff. They knew the difference between jam and jelly. And I think at a young age, that's
a big deal.
That's a big deal.
A lot of adults still don't know the difference between jam and jelly.
So, Peggy, what is the difference between jam
One
and
has
jelly?
chunks and one doesn't.
Which one?
If there's no chunks, you got jelly.
There
Jelly
If
is
you
made
can
with
see
juice.
through it, it's jelly.
Yeah.
If you cannot, it's jam because of the seeds or the fruits.
Chunks. Yeah, it's funny that the kids would know that though. Yep. You know, one thing that we have the rest of the week is, so today it's horses. There's horses out there. So if anybody likes horses, they're in the arena all morning. And then tomorrow is our Livestock Achievement Day, which is a really big day because the kids bring their sheep, goats, pigs, cows, everything, all the non-horse stuff tomorrow. And so that's a big day. It starts pretty early in the morning, I think about 9. So yeah, we have a sale, premium sale tomorrow night, and that is the end of Achievement Days. So very busy week until we get to that point. So we are going to take a quick break, and we'll come back and talk about some other things.
Right now, 70.
Get the app called Rodeo Pup for your iPhone and take us everywhere you go. BisMarket Mandan's own Super Talk 1270.
Good morning and welcome back to the Extension Connection. I'm Peggy Netzer, Family Nutrition Program Agent with the Burleigh County Extension Office, here with Katie Jonke, Bismarck Burleigh Public Health Dietitian, and Jan Keller, Nutrition Extension Educator at United Tribes. And we were talking about Achievement Days, 4-H Achievement Days, and how we all were there last night and the impressive stuff that the kids brought in. And so a reminder that if anyone wants to check out the projects, they can view them at the building anytime between 8 and 5 the rest of the week, basically. Friday is only till 1 maybe. Yeah, 8 to 1. But you can check out the stuff the kids did. It's in the 4-H building at 3715 East Bismarck Expressway. And if anyone has any questions or comments, they can always call us here at the station. 663-1270 is the number. So another thing that all three of us are sort of involved in one way or another is BisMarket. And so as part of our jobs as nutrition and wellness promotion folks, is getting the word out about healthy eating. And BisMarket is one of the ways that we do that. And this Saturday is actually the Get Fit at BisMarket Day. And so it's an expanded Go Bismarck Mandan Go to the Market Saturday. So you guys will both be there with booths, right?
Yes.
We will.
All right. What are we
Public
doing?
Health will have a booth with just some fruit and vegetable information, sun safety information, and sunscreen packets that are nice to throw in your diaper bag or purse, just because it is so important to protect our children's skin as well as your own. And not always.
Speaking of children,
I have one with me if you heard the cry.
Gavin just had something to say.
I'll also be handing out some raisins as a healthy idea for a snack. They're nice to throw in the bag again, especially when you're out at the park, headed to the zoo, or just when you're out and about. Still a good way to get in your fruits, but not having to worry about those perishable things.
Yeah, my kid is obsessed with dried fruit. He loves raisins, cherries, blueberries. Those are his 3 favorites. It's
Yeah,
crazy.
I don't know what it is about dried fruit, but they just go
Kids.
crazy for it.
Yeah. Jan, what are you doing this weekend?
We've got a booth too. United Tribes will have a booth. We'll just be promoting some extension programs that we're doing throughout the summer, promoting our gardens on campus. And then we'll have free samples or free packets of homemade microwave popcorn with Lakota popcorn. So it's kind of a big hit with the kids where you can use the kernels and stick them in the microwave and make a nice healthy whole grain snack.
You know, we you gave me one like about a month ago, and we made it at home. Big hit at our house. Yeah, it was good. And now we've been sort of obsessed with popcorn since then, and we've been making it about every day.
I'll have to grab one from you, Jan. I have not tried it.
Yeah,
so.
it's super slick.
Yep, it was easy. So, like I said, it's the Get Fit at BisMarket this Saturday. So what we have is music, of course. We always have music on Saturdays, but this weekend will be Dirty Little Secret playing from 10:30 till noon. And the Go to the Market Saturday, for people who don't know, it means that in addition to the ag vendors who were there every Saturday, and they have produce, of course, but also breads, eggs, meat, basically everything. We also have the rest of the park filled with artists and crafters and people like you guys doing health promotion. And so it's kind of a big deal. We also have, of course, our Imagination Playground, which is a huge hit. Kids go crazy for that thing.
They love it. They're there all day. You don't even need to watch them.
When we first got that in Bismarck and I first heard of it, I was like, really? It's like styrofoam pieces and kids really want to play with that? Yeah, they do.
They're
It's amazing.
gigantic, and they make these big forts, and it's really neat to see when all the kids kind of get together and collaborate to make this one big fort or whatever.
Or a boat. Yesterday they made a boat.
Nice.
I think it really gets their imagination, obviously, going, and work with team building and that kind of thing at a young age. I think it's a really good.
Yeah, and it's a lot of ages sort of working together. Like you said, my son is 18 months, and he was playing in there last night. Granted, all he did was basically carry around some stuff, but he was pretty excited about it. With the big kids, you know, it's fun for the little ones to play with the big ones.
And I've really seen the bigger kids helping the little
they're
kids
really nice
your
about
age, the toddler age.
Yeah.
And it's just a really good group
So
effort.
that'll be there, of course. There's a kids' activity booth sponsored by Bismarck Park and Rec as part of their July celebration. We have yoga from Yoga for You at 10:30, so that's free in the park.
Nice.
So if anybody wants to do some stretching tomorrow morning, 10:30. Boot camp, which little more intense than stretching yoga, but boot camp with the folks from Bismarck Park and Rec again. That'll be at 11:30. And something we're doing this whole month, so the month of July, if you ride your bike to BisMarket, you get a free BisMarket buck. So ride your bike, you get a buck. You can spend the buck on any produce that you want.
All the vendors take the bucks, right?
Yep. Not the craft vendors, but the other ones, the ag folks. Yeah. So get yourself $1 worth of free fruits and veggies. Also, because it is our Go Market and we are partnering with the Great Plains Food Bank, if you bring a donation for Great Plains, so a non-perishable item, for every 5 items you bring, you get a BisMarket buck. So up to $5. So you can clean out your cupboards a little bit.
And one thing when you're donating food to the food bank, it's important to keep in mind what you're donating. You know, they don't want to have any expired foods or dented cans or anything like that. So just keep that in mind when you're donating.
And if you can, remember too to focus on maybe some healthier options too. They'll take any food, which is great, but we really want to try promote, health and wellness to the entire community, even at the food bank as well. So if you do have some of those canned fruits and veggies, those would be a great addition. Beans,
tuna,
peanut
different
butter,
things like that, versus maybe some of your more processed foods.
Hamburger helper kind of things.
Right. So really, focus on that. But again, we're fortunate to take anything that you do want to donate.
Yeah. And, I said hamburger helper for a reason because you guys know a lot of the folks that we work with, that's a really easy dinner. Mm-hmm. You need a pound of hamburger and the package. But you can make it healthier, right? What do you suggest?
I would suggest if you've got some canned veggies, like if you've got some green beans or some corn, you could toss that in.
Yep. That's what I always tell people. Take a bag of frozen veggies and dump it in.
Yep.
You could also always add, your own noodles too to stretch it out. So make multiple servings, and that'll help stretch out the sauce that goes, which is high in sodium, and so that'll help stretch that out and make it not so. What's the word I'm looking for?
Condensed
in the servings.
Salty is the word Jim says.
So there's little things like that. You can add different kinds of meat too, not just hamburger. You could do venison if you're a big hunter. Yep. Turkey is a great substitution. Different things like that. So,
and if you can get your hands on some whole grain pasta or some whole grain rice or something, that's always a good addition.
Yep. So those processed things that are donated, it's kind of part of our jobs to teach people how to make them healthier. So they are easy.
Mm-hmm. Macaroni and cheese is another one.
Yeah.
I throw peas in mine.
we do broccoli at our house.
Cauliflower is also another one.
I hate cauliflower.
But just, different things like that. You could maybe throw chicken in if your kid likes chicken. I think that'll help still get, the macaroni and cheese experience, but making it a little healthier. And it'll stretch your food dollar as well because you'll get more servings out of it.
Yeah. So, like I said, for every 5 items you bring, you get a BisMarket buck. And since we're talking a little bit about Great Plains Food Bank, there was a press conference yesterday in Fargo, and our organizations have been involved with the Hunger Free Garden Project since the very beginning. I know, Jan, your gardens out at Tribes do some work with that, and Katie, Public Health, was instrumental, really, in getting a Hunger Free Garden at the community garden started in Bismarck. That was before Katie lived here, but but they were very supportive and still very supportive. So yesterday, part of the big announcement was that our Master Gardener program, for every 5 pounds of food they donate, I think it's 5 pounds. So we'll just say for a certain amount of pounds, they get to count for an hour of their volunteer time. So that is really great. And they also updated the list. We've added sites that you can donate to here in Bismarck Mandan, and we will have that on our extension website, which is ag.ndsu.edu/Burleigh County Extension. It's really long. We'll also have it on our Go Bismarck Mandan site, which is a little easier, gobismarckmandan.org. We'll have the full list there. Or if you have any questions, we can answer those for you. But with the community gardens at the extension office, we are offering people the opportunity to weigh their produce in our office. So they just have to come down the hill and weigh it, and then we'll give them a little card that says, I had this weighed at Burleigh County Extension. So they turn that in with their produce. So once they get to the donation site, they don't have to weigh again.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah, so Hunger Free Garden Project. Basically, anyone who has extra garden produce, please donate it. Don't throw it away.
Yeah, the food banks accept fresh produce.
Yeah, they really love to have it. So we are going to take another quick break, and we'll be back.
Right now, 70.
Your news leader, weeknights at 6 and 10. Super Talk 1270.
Good morning and welcome back to the Extension Connection. I'm Peggy Netzer, Family Nutrition Program Agent in the Burleigh County Extension Office. Here with Katie Jonke and Jan Keller, our guests for today. We all have sort of similar roles in the community with nutrition promotion and such, and so we do a lot of work together. We've been talking a little bit about that. We talked about our 4-H achievement days. So we had our static judging last night, and we all judged some things. We also talked about BisMarket and our go to the market Saturday this week. So 10 to 1 at Sertoma Park this Saturday. We'll have our big expanded market. We also want to put out there for everybody, if you don't know, Urban Harvest is starting tomorrow. So anybody who hasn't been to Urban Harvest yet, it starts tomorrow, and it's in downtown Bismarck, on the corner of Broadway and 4th. What are the hours for that again? I'm pretty sure they run 10 to 8. It's a long day, I know that. It's the whole thing. Mm-hmm. So Urban Harvest, they have music throughout the day. They have lots of ready-to-eat food down there. They have arts and crafts and farmers market booths and all of that. So
It's fun experience just to get out, enjoy the nice weather, and just check things out, even if you aren't looking to purchase or eat anything.
Yeah, it's a nice family-friendly environment.
Yep, and there's always, and this, part of our Go Bismarck Mandan is that we like to see things like there's always activities for kids. There's hula hoops, if nothing else. Mm-hmm. Kids go crazy for hula hoops. Yeah. I don't remember it being, we had hula hoops when I was a kid, but I don't remember being that jazzed about it as some of these kids are.
And these kids are good
they
at
are
hula hooping. Good. I've seen young children, probably like 4 to 8, that can dominate the hula hoop.
Yeah,
so
they're amazing.
It's kind of entertaining.
They're big hula hoopers. So what else is going on, you guys? We have, with Go Bismarck Mandan, we have some things going on. We have, why can't I remember? So our go to the market on Saturday. We have some other stuff that we have in the works that we're not really talking about yet.
We want to get it big and out there before we share. But I think there's just some things in the works currently that we hope to make the community a better place.
Yeah, and we're going to have some kind of big announcements in the next couple of months, I think, with Go Bismarck Mandan. So stay tuned. Jen, what's going on out at Tribes?
We're just doing a lot of work with our gardens.
It's that time of year.
It is. And it's kind of, every morning when we come back to work, it's like it looks more. Like it's grown and grown and grown. And so we're just really working on getting the students and staff oriented to harvesting the produce and knowing what to do with that produce when they take it home. Our community garden is, we have a couple of different families and a couple of different departments on campus, like the athletic department and then the education department have actually taken plots and getting their students and athletes involved. So that's been really nice. So we'll be kicking off with some just different food prep and what to do with your garden produce. And then also we've got a couple of runs coming up out at Tribes. We've got the Thunderbird Run, and that is August 24th. I think it's the 24th.
Sunday?
Nope, August 23rd. It's this Saturday. Saturday the 23rd, and they're doing a half marathon too.
Oh.
The half marathon, the 10K, and the 5K.
Is that new?
It is, yep.
I was going to say, I didn't know there was a half marathon.
It is. And there's been kind of a demand for it. I think a lot of people are kind of gearing up to do halves now. So Saturday, August 23rd, you can check out the United Tribes website, and they'll have information about the run there.
The really great thing for people to know about this run, the Thunderbird Run, is that it's really flat.
Yeah, it is.
You don't go all the way from Tribes up the Mary Hill or anything.
No.
It's a nice flat race.
Well, and if anything, do this run to gear up for the BisMarket Marathon.
It's your training run.
In September. So it's
Yep.
a training run.
There you go. Yep.
Yeah, and do you have a special guest? Is it for that one? No.
No.
It's during powwow.
Yeah, that's for the summit. Yeah, Billy Mills will be at the Tribal Leaders Summit. Yep.
Yeah.
And that is in September with our powwow.
All right. Katie, what's going on over there at Public Health?
We have actually a few things going on at Public Health. This month of July, on Thursdays at 11 a.m. at the library, I have a nutrition education series geared towards the kids. We do some activity, read a story, talk about a different topic related to nutrition and physical activity and health with children. And so that's every Thursday in July at 11 a.m. at the library. The kids have really enjoyed it. I've had age ranges from 3 to 12 sometimes, so it's just to gear the message, toward the appropriate audience. But the kids really enjoy it. It's just about 20 minutes long, but again, we just try to incorporate activity. We've done fruits and veggies already, hand washing. And this Thursday, we are going to be talking about physical activity primarily, so different ways to keep our bodies moving at all times of year. And then,
the thing with movement, when you're 3, you don't have to tell kids, 3-year-olds, to move. By the time they're 12, you got to push it a little harder.
I think the 3-year-olds should be a prime example for
what
later
all kids
in life.
should be doing.
I know personally I have a 2.5-year-old, and I just am exhausted some days how he can just continuously go. But that's great, and I'm glad he's that energetic. And so I think as adults and parents, we need to encourage that in our children, and follow their lead. So if they want you to get up and play, you do so. It's good for them, and it's good for you too.
Yep.
And then also tomorrow we have the City Employee Family Night at Sertoma Park. I'm just putting on a family night for the city employees and to get their families out and enjoy a healthy meal. And then we are going to be utilizing the Super Slide Amusement Park, just a way to get family involvement and then physical activity in. Because if you're going to climb all those stairs to the top of the Super Slide every time, I think what a great way to get exercise and physical activity into your day. And so that's tomorrow evening. Hopefully the weather holds out. And we're actually just going to be serving subs and fruit and veggie tray and water. So just a simple meal, a way to still incorporate food into an event, but have healthier options available too, which is really what we're trying to promote to the community and then to the city employees as well.
Right.
Part of my job is worksite wellness for the city employees, and so that's something I really strive to focus on with them. So hopefully it's a good night. We have about 220 that have RSVP'd for it. That's employees and their families. So I think that's
quite a crowd.
Great turnout. So
Yeah.
we'll also have some lawn games available if they want to play hula hoops. I'm bringing hula hoops. And there's
2 great playgrounds there.
The playground's right there. And then there is the zoo right there as well.
People wanna go
So
take a
if
walk.
they want to go to the zoo, they certainly can. Anything just to get out is what we're trying to promote.
Great. So we at Extension have a busy rest of the summer. We have this week is Achievement Days, of course, so that's pretty much all we're focusing on. But we have next week, and this is something we've been doing frequently this summer, and you guys know about this as well, the summer feeding sites at Kiwanis and Custer Park. So this is the first time that the summer food program has offered meals from a park. Traditionally, it's been mostly schools. But any kid, so anyone under age 18, can come for free lunch. It's every single weekday, Monday through Friday, at both locations. So 11 to 11:30 at Kiwanis, and then 12 to 12:30 at Custer Park. So by we, I mean my interns, are offering some really fun activities for kids. So, and I know, Katie, you're doing some sort of educational activities too.
Yep, at Kiwanis, just once a month.
Yeah, and ours, so next week they'll be there Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Tuesday they don't go because Tuesday is the free concert at Custer Park. So Dakota West Arts is having, it's basically music while you hang out at Custer Park at noon every Tuesday. So so they do activities. So any kid can come and it's free for lunch. It's just a box lunch. But one great thing here in Bismarck is that the United Way picked up the cost for adult meals also. So anyone in our community can get a free lunch any weekday. So that's one great thing that is happening. So,
and the cafeteria at United Tribes is also a summer feeding site.
Yeah.
And so any of the students out on campus and anybody in town actually too, any kids under 18 can eat at the cafeteria at United Tribes.
Yeah. So we're going to take another quick break. And when we come back, we're going to talk a little more about picnics.
Right now, 70.
Sean Hannity, weekdays at 2, only on Super Talk 1270.
Good morning and welcome back to the Extension Connection. I'm Peggy Netzer, Family Nutrition Program Agent with the Burleigh County Office, here with Jan Keller from United Tribes and Katie Jonke with Bismarck Burleigh Public Health. And we were talking about all the stuff going on around Bismarck, basically.
Kind of a lot.
It has been kind of a lot. So one other thing that I should talk about from our office is our Operation Fun day camps. We have 3 more weeks available for this, and it's 9 to 12-year-olds, so a little bit older kids. So they come in the morning, about 8 to noon is what we run the program, and they learn a lot every week, but it's also really, really fun. So they learn gardening stuff, they learn technology, they learn careers, they learn some community service type things. And so we do still have room for some of those camps. And like I said, it's the last 2 weeks of July and the first week of, July and August. We got to go. For a second, I thought we were in June still, and I thought, oh no, it's July. Yeah. So not next week, but the week after we have it, and then the last is August 4th through 8th is the last week, and each week has sort of a theme, but not really a theme. So we'll have a careers week where we're going to Papa's Pumpkin Patch, and we're going to the Department of Ag, and the week after we have our harvest week where we're doing some harvesting in a variety of places. We're going to go to Dan's Supermarket and we're going to talk to their produce manager and just get a little feel for, when you grow stuff, how does it make it from the garden or the farm to the store where people buy it? We're going to Perot Grill, and Chef Stuart Tracy is going to talk to the kids about being a chef and teach them how to cook maybe. And we're going to Public Health, and Katie's going to teach them some stuff about etiquette, and they're going to prepare a meal and set a nice table and all of that. So, we have some really cool things coming up in the next few weeks. We also have a tour of the landfill, which I think is kind of cool.
I would be interested in that.
Yeah, we have a whole, and Dutch Mill Florist, we're going to go there and do some flower arranging. Plant Perfect, check out what they have going on up there. So
sounds like a great assortment of things for the kids to learn about and do.
Yeah, and the thing is, every week is so different, so the kids could come every week and not get bored. And if there's like a kid that, I hate cooking, I don't want to go to etiquette cooking a meal with Katie, you know what? Maybe that day isn't your favorite day, but I bet you'll still like it. And there's going to be something else during the week that they do like. So we really wanted to make it interesting for every kid. Operation Fun, it's still available for 9 to 12-year-olds, so they can give our office a call if you want to sign up, 221-6865. And the big culmination of that is we're going to invite the kids back, and some of the kids probably don't even know this yet, but we're going to invite them back to help us with our Day of Caring project. And so for anyone who doesn't know, Day of Caring is a United Way program where they do a ton of volunteer work in the community just on that day. And we have a small project that we're working on, and what we're doing, and by we I mean Katie and I, have sort of started this, and now we're committed.
I think it'll be good.
Yeah.
We are actually going to build garden boxes, and these will be distributed to low-income neighborhoods, housing, different things like that to help with beautification of your home or area around it. And you can call the extension office and sign up if you would like a garden box, just so we have an idea as to how many to make. And then next spring, we will be utilizing these garden boxes and offering seeds and vegetable plants like tomato plants,
Dirt
to help grow these things for next spring into summer. So you can have fresh herbs, tomato plants, that kind of thing, and then do some education with that in terms of fruit and vegetable education and such. So it's kind of a lengthy process in terms we're building it now, and then we'll store the boxes, and then we'll continue with it in the next spring. But because of funds, that's just how it had to happen.
And, we're building them in August, which you live in North Dakota, August is not really the time to start planting things outside. So the boxes, the really great thing is they're small enough that they can be portable. They can go on your porch. They can go on your balcony.
They'll fit on really any outdoor living area.
Yep.
But they are big enough where you can still grow things.
Yeah, you can grow quite a bit in there, actually. We sort of mapped it out.
I think herbs would be a great thing to
Yep, or a little salsa garden.
And so those are the different things that we will educate on come next spring. So if you are interested in having a garden box, again, call the extension office.
221-6865.
And let Peggy know by July 18th is our cutoff for that. And they will be painted too, so...
yeah, they're going to look nice.
They look nice.
We have one made already.
They're a good size. So definitely spread the word.
And another thing about garden boxes is that they're really good for families. Like older generation, they can, they don't have to get down so low, and kids love them. It's kind of like, a sandbox for vegetables.
Yeah.
And it's a good learning experience too. Even if maybe you aren't successful in keeping what you're growing alive, or it doesn't flourish to maybe produce as much, it's still a good learning experience. And to be honest, kids love to water. And so maybe it's just a little job for them to do, and they'll feel good about it whether you really get a lot of surplus from it or not.
Yeah, so like I said, not July. Why am I so messed up on my dates today? August 13th is the Day of Caring. And if anyone's interested in volunteering, either for us or any of the other projects, there's tons of projects, you can call the United Way, get signed up. You can also register online. So that's a really fun thing that we are doing at the end of our Operation Fun day camps. We only have a couple minutes, but let's talk about picnics and potlucks. It's summer, and so we have a lot of these things happening. And Katie, you mentioned that the public employees, so BisMarket employees, picnic, family picnic is tomorrow.
Yeah, and again, like Peggy said, food safety is a big issue with picnics, and because of all the people that were coming, I didn't want to have to worry about food safety. So we are actually having it catered, if you will. We're having subs brought in from Subway, and we're getting fruit and vegetable trays from Garski. So it's already done for us. It's just the subs will be delivered at time of eating, and the produce trays we will have to keep cold, but we can put those in the fridge until they are ready to eat. So that it's just something to keep in mind when planning for a picnic or a potluck, if that's what you're doing. How are you going to keep things hot, and how are you going to keep things cold? Maybe you have to switch up your menu. It's best if you do maybe avoid the potato salads, macaroni salads, egg salads, and opt
Things
for
that need to stay cold.
and opt for even just like a plain pasta salad because of those
With
dressings.
an acidic dressing.
Yep, just to help with that. Or you can leave that out altogether, and really fruit and veggies are great too. They're still a perishable food item, but they do last a little bit longer outdoors than other side dishes too. So
Yeah, and doing food safety education out at United Tribes, and like at home when I go to somebody's house or have somebody over at a barbecue, it's kind of the running joke. Is the chicken done? Is the burger done? I was like, well, where's your meat thermometer? And people look at me like, what? And I said, yeah, I check my burgers to see if they're done. I check my
We
chicken
do.
breasts. Yeah.
My husband is very well trained on the meat thermometer. We do not eat anything if it's not at the proper temperature.
my 2-year-old knows the meat thermometer. He will get it out of the drawer, and it's the food thermometer, he says, and so he knows what it's for.
Yeah.
And again, that is the only really proper way to know if your meat is cooked to the
or
right
anything.
temperature,
You mentioned salads. Your salad should be at the proper temperature,
which is below 40
below
degrees.
40 degrees.
Definitely important to note. And if it is above 90 degrees outdoors, you only have 1 hour really for your food to set out. So
At room
if you're
temperature.
serving a picnic, basically serve it and then get it right back in the cooler or discard the food afterwards. So definitely things to consider. Otherwise, it is the 2-hour rule. After 2 hours, you need to take care of your food.
And it's personal responsibility. So if you're at a potluck and there's stuff that's questionable, just don't eat it, please.
It's not
Please.
worth getting sick over.
Yeah. So, we are about out of time, you guys. This went really fast.
It did go fast.
You
We
guys
covered a
should
lot
come
of
more
area.
often. This was fun. So that's it for us for today, and we'll be back in 2 weeks.
Thanks, Peggy.
Yeah.
Thank you.